It was a moment of joy and relief for the widows of the police officers lost in the battle of insecurity in the Southeast, as the Peace Fund initiative, an offshoot of the Peace in the Southeast project, rounded off its peace outreach event in the Southeast with Anambra State on Monday at the Anambra State Police Command Headquarters, Amobia, distributing cash and food items to families of 6 slain policemen, with the families receiving 1 million naira each. The Peace in the Southeast project, which was created by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, has disbursed a total sum of 37 million naira and several food items to 41 families of security operatives who died working to restore peace in the region. This was disclosed in a statement issued by the media unit of PISEP made available to newsmen on Tuesday. Kalu had in June 2024 launched a 7-man fund committee after the brutal murder of 2 soldiers in Aba, Abia State, and it has since visited Abia, Imo, Enugu and Ebonyi states in the region, providing support to families affected by insecurity. Speaking at the occasion, the chairman of the Peace Fund, Mr. Daniel Akwari, noted that the Peace Fund was set up to provide succor to families left behind by the security officers who died in the line of duty.
The organization, a movement or a committee set up by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu. When they talk of security, security is every man's business. Securing the life and properties of citizenry. It's not just in the hands of the lawmakers or the executive or the judiciary. It is your business, it is my business, it's everybody's business. And when we put all this effort together, we have a society free of crime, we have a society free of all these havocs, all these things we talk about on a daily basis. If all hands are on deck, not leaving it to a particular sector in the society. Whether saying the National Assembly, it's incumbent also on them to enact enabling law that will help not just the police alone, the army, the DSS, the civil defense, to enact enabling law that will even make them work, discharge their work seamlessly. Because we find out that when they work in an ideal environment, you see them working with zeal, you see them working with passion, you see them working with goal. But when those enabling things are not around, you see them bringing in laissez-faire attitude in what they are doing. Because you need to be fully equipped. Your welfare need to be taken care of. And by that, you can afford to do, even to go extra mile, trying to protect your environment and the society.
Also speaking, the secretary of the fund, Mrs. Mary Ikoku, commiserated with the widows, stressing that although no amount of money will be enough to replace their husbands, the Peace Fund had come to help alleviate their plight.
Yeah, my message for the widows of our slain police officers is that the support they've gotten today, they need to take it seriously and use this money judiciously. And also to say to them that our visit here today implies that they are not alone, that their husbands paid the ultimate price for us. So Nigerians, we are ordinary citizens and we are here today to honor the works of their husband, to memory of their husband through this money and, foodstuff we've given to them. This support is coming because of the honor given to their husband. So it is our wish that they will utilize these funds judiciously and put it to good use and make sure that they use it to go back into their businesses and also raise their children. If it's school fees that is the problem, they can really take off a threshold of they should just keep hope alive. It's not the end of the world, but life will continue. But we wish them the best.
In his remark, the Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, Mr. N1m, expressed gratitude to the Deputy Speaker and the Peace Fund team for remembering the families of slain policemen in the state, calling on other well-meaning individuals to emulate the Peace Fund in supporting the families of security operatives.
From politics, and the crisis from politics. Because what's making the Southeast toxic is because of the agitations for self-determination of the peoples of the region. And so I think that, strictly speaking, the political discussions to have the questions really address. It's what's more important because it's making criminality in the region very, very toxic. Nobody wants to go to work and then come back and not meet the family, As much as a concern we're showing, nothing can make up for the loss of a loved one, of a provider, in the long run. So we hope that the other layers of the intervention that will actually restore peace to the Southeast, it will do well. Secondly, it's coming from the Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps. Part of the challenges of work, one will expect that, yes, if you work in the uniform services everywhere in the world, it's understandable that they are line of duty tests. It's not what we expect, but we know it does happen. But within our client, the degree of occurrence is too high. So while we do our part in the course of work for officer safety and protection, we do hope that from legislation, there are a lot of interventions that can be done in legislation to improve the law enforcement environment and space in Nigeria. Because everywhere you go, we're in the Southeast, it's the same thing in the Northwest, it's the same thing in the Northeast, it's the same thing in the South. All politically motivated violence. That the reactions are directed all back at the actors of the state, for which the police is always at the receiving end. Because the police will find everyone. So when anybody wants to vex anger against government, they just go to the police. So we appreciate and we hope that this will be the end. Thank you for coming.
The Publicity Secretary of the Peace Fund, Mr. Sam Hart, hinted that having covered the entire Southeast region, the fund is set to proceed to other parts of the country affected by insecurity.
We're in Anambra on a mission of love, on a mission of peace, on a mission of joy, on a mission to bring succor and smile to the faces of people who hitherto had thought that they did not have hope or who had lost hope. Our motto at the Peace Fund is restoring hope, rebuilding lives. So we're here to restore the hope of most of you who are there today.
The event also witnessed a presentation of 200,000 naira cash to a wounded police inspector, Mr. Sunday Eze, to cover his hospital bill.
What brought me here is because of humanitarian organization, Peace Fund, that I have problem working in the Nigerian police work. So they just come to help us who fall victim. I was attached to that company at Ajali Consulting Road. So on that day, on the 6th October, me and my colleague, by name Inspector Francis Orue, attached to PM, project manager of the company. So we are moving to go to their site. Along the way, we saw the unknown government. They came out from cassava farm, block our way. So at that point, we had to engage them. But unfortunately, my second, as we discussed on how to engage them, he opened door and ran away. So at that point, they fired him. So I was still inside the vehicle, and the vehicle was still standing there steaming. So I have opportunity to get one of them down. Then before the driver moved, so they fired me. I got injury from my hand here and here. So they rushed me to hospital. Before I could be able to know myself, after 2 days, I saw myself in the hospital.
The recipients of the Peace Fund outreach in Anambra State expressed their heartfelt appreciation to the Deputy Speaker, noting that the gift will go a long way to ease their pain.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.